I'm just like, I can't be dumb. I saw how they treated dumb kids. I didn't want to be dumb. I implore children out there, don't be dumb, because they're going to always treat the dummy bad.
I tell you like this. When you're smart, you can act dumb.
You can play dumb. Yeah. Be smart, play dumb. Be rich, play broke.
But if you're dumb,
woo,
you can't act.
You can't act smart.
You can't act smart.
The best you can do is be real quiet. You know what they say, black fathers, y'all get dumped on so bad. Black men get talked about, talked to so bad. You get put down, but then the CDC released a study say you spend more time with your children than any other group of men. And the difference is, a lot of times, I remember I would compliment my grandmother's cooking, like, Mama, thank you. You know, this food good. You know, Beatrice, she say, go thank your granddad, he bought it. She would never let a compliment hit her and not spread to her man. You know, she would never let that. And I think that we have to, as parents, be cognizant of that. A lot of times, fathers have been great about not downing a mother to a child, because you know that your mother's a God-like presence. And I think that as a society, as black people, as a community, we got to uplift these brothers. You know, we, instead of saying your dad ain't shit, we say your father's made some mistakes, but it's up to you to learn from them. So you have to have a relationship with your father so that he can impart that wisdom on you.
There's a story. I'm sorry.
Just saying that's a radically different way of having that man viewed than just he ain't shit, because then you see the person that made you, half of you ain't shit then. Because half of the genetics is yours.
Correct.
So I think that just as a community, we need to do a better job of being encouragers. I don't forget which tribe, but Miss Baraki at Frederick Douglass was telling me one time that there was a tribe where when something did someone wrong or something wrong happened, it was that they would surround the person, the tribe, and would just pour good thoughts into them. Tell them, hey, this is a time you were good. I mean, this is what you did. And they would remind that person that this bad incident does not define you. Right. It's just an incident. And I think that a lot of times we could give each other more grace in our community, because no matter what happened, these kids still gonna belong to us together, even if we not together, even if we despise each other. Do a better job of acting. You act like you like your boss. You don't like that motherfucker. I don't care if you get paid $100 million to throw a ball or you just working in the mall. Sometimes you don't like your boss, but you act accordingly. And I think that if we did that with one another, it'll create a much more civil environment for these children to prosper into whatever they're really trying to become.
The story of the two brothers who had a drunken father.
Yeah.
They grew up. One of the brothers ended up being a drunk, just like his father. Mm-hmm. The other brother grew up, never drunk alcohol a day in his life. Yeah. One brother looked at his father and said, well, he did it, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah. The other brother said, well, I seen him do it. I didn't like that, so I learned from that. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, with that, man, I think no matter what the situation and the circumstance, your mistake can be your greatest prize too at the same time. And dare I ever explain a child as a mistake, because there ain't no mistakes. I'm saying,
I mean, most children are mistakes. Let's be honest. Now, most of us we just having a good time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know, like you don't go into like, hey, you know what? I think I really would like to have a child with you. Man, shit. Me and Muffy, it was her birthday. We was having fun. We got drunk as we could be, and fucked around and made a baby. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing. Right. Pony Boy, me and his mom had lost a baby, so I went home, came from tour, trying to make another baby. So, but you know, he laughed. He always tell his siblings, like, I ain't no mistake Dad meant to make me. But, you know, but the mistake even is, man, it was a good time had. We made it in love or, out of love. So so that's the way we're going to see this whole, we should be focused on seeing it the whole way through. Even if you didn't love each other at first. Yes. I bet I love you now. You know, help me raise this successful human being.
Yes, sir. You
know, a lot of people get married, don't love each other. Hello. You know, they figure it out along the way.
Hello.
You know, so I'm just going to encourage Black people, just give each other some grace. Grant each other some grace. We all are not, it's already hard enough alone. Ain't no sense in coming down on each other to the degree we do.
Yes, sir.
You know, I look at a brother, man, who I got a lot of reverence and respect for, because I understand how heartbreaking, you know, parts of his journey could have been. That's Charleston White. Like, you had that brother on here.
Yes, sir.
Man, you look at old tapes of that brother, man, that brother got his shirt tucked in and, you know, his clothes maybe a little disheveled. You could tell he ain't having the best time of his life in terms of just making it work. But he was trying to impart wisdom on Black folk and give them something. And man, he said he looked around and there wasn't nobody there. You know, it's like he fighting on their behalf, fighting for bills. People don't always take you seriously when you trying to, because you look like you just on a failed mission. Because my grandfather used to tell me all the time, you know, black folks don't learn you. And what he was trying to tell me, they just human beings. Yes. And human beings are subject to fall victim to propaganda, insecurity, non-confidence, that type of stuff. But when Charleston pivoted, now he went for low-hanging fruit. He went for the fruit everybody go for, rappers, you know, athletes. But he got their attention.
Yes, sir.
And then he put on an entertainer's veil. So he had to become what he detested. What he was telling people he detested, but then you start listening. So I don't agree with everything he says, but I understand the heartbreak it took. It's like if I was on a plane coming from Europe, stoned as a motherfucker, and watch The Joker. And if you watch that movie, how that character gets treated turns him into a villain.